Hello everybody. Got plenty of coffee here. Kind of a wet, cloudy morning, but I've got some news here, and actually I got a lot of news and wanted to cover this. So I want to thank everybody so much for sending me all this information, links and everything, and Atlantis for what you have sent me, and thank you everyone for the wonderful cards and emails and phone calls and comments under our videos. We appreciate it very much. We appreciate the kind words of love and support. It really helps. Now first, I want to cover the Rebekah Vardy documentary. It was on Channel 4 in the UK, and it was called Jehovah's Witnesses and Me. And I wasn't able to watch it for the first few couple of days. I even signed up for a Channel 4 account just so I could stream it, and then they told me it wasn't available outside the UK. So I want to thank everybody who sent me links, because it is on YouTube now, and I'm going to put the link down below. And I suggest grabbing it, because you never know when YouTube is going to throw a copyright at these people that have it up. And so I did grab it, and so did Atlantis. So you know, we've got it now, but it's really good. I recommend you all watch it. And so sad, so sad. And I mean, you can tell she grew up as a witness. And the reason I bring this up is because this was on Twitter, and I believe it was Larchwood, if I remember correctly. So sorry, you know, if I got that wrong. Now, it is a screenshot from Daily Mail Online, and I'm going to read what this says. Now, this is in response to the documentary, and there's been several articles on the UK media about this documentary. And for those of you who don't know who Rebekah Vardy is, I had to look it up. I didn't know, you know, who she was. But apparently she is married to a soccer celebrity, like professional soccer player, and so she's kind of like a celebrity, but she's an ex-JW who was abused as a child, and her mom didn't believe her. And there's several articles. All you have to do is just Google her name and Jehovah's Witnesses, and tons comes up. But this was on the Mail Online. This is a comment that Watchtower did in response to all of this. In a comment to Mail Online, they added, "We are very sorry to learn of her report that she was a victim of CSA in her youth. Our deepest sympathies are with any victim of this vile crime. To our understanding, Mrs. Vardy herself has never been one of Jehovah's Witnesses. We are therefore troubled at the attempt to link Jehovah's Witnesses with what happened to her, and find the assertion that elders hushed up her abuse absurd. Such irresponsible misrepresentation of the facts risks stirring up hatred against our minority religion. Our religious publications have never discouraged congregants from reporting allegations of CSA to the statutory authorities." They may not have directly said, "Don't report it," in their publications. You notice how it's carefully worded. Our religious publications have never discouraged. But they don't tell you that elders from their own mouths will tell the families this would bring reproach on Jehovah. You know, don't contact the authorities. I know of a case in our old congregation in Arizona. The elders threatened the mom and the two daughters to go to the police when the stepdad was abusing the two daughters. They threatened her and the daughters with disfellowshipping. Now, for those of you who have never been affiliated with Jehovah's Witnesses, the reason they can say this, that Mrs. Vardy was never a Jehovah Witness, they don't view anyone who was never baptized as a Jehovah Witness. If you have done something and left the organization, you are no longer a Jehovah Witness. So they could rightfully say, to our understanding, herself has never been one of Jehovah's Witnesses. If she left at 15 and was never baptized, they could say this. But she was raised as one. And all of us view it as being, if you went through the motions of knocking on the doors, you were a Jehovah's Witness, whether you were baptized or not. And the little brothers that handle microphones in the congregation, some of those don't have to be actually baptized, but they're considered Jehovah's Witnesses as long as they're in good standing. So you see how that works, and it's very carefully worded. But you can tell just by the way she talks. She goes to, in this documentary, she goes to her old kingdom hall. She remembers the outlay plan of the kingdom hall. She has pictures, I mean, of her childhood. Why would anyone want to make this up? Beyond me. Now, like I said, I will put the link down below to these articles. And one of them mentioned in the documentary is Heather. And I will put the link down here to the article that she was in. And it talks about the documentary and some of her history and about shunning. Now, to bring up the thing about shunning, Robert Hendricks, their PR clown, this is a quote that he did, and I don't remember which article it was, but this is a quote that he did. He says, "We don't shun," Hendricks said. "Shunning would be cutting somebody off and pretending they don't exist. That's just not the case." And I have the entire article of that, and I will put the link down below. Now, we all know who were affiliated with the JWs. No, this is a lie. They may not use the word shun. And to show that this is an outright lie, Watchtower, you're like your father, the devil. You began as a lie, and you're still liars.
Later, my father explained to me that I couldn't remain in the home because I refused to change my lifestyle. He told me I was having a negative effect on my younger brother and sister. And I'm out of this house. I tried to contact them. I just wanted to talk and to hear their voice. I missed being with my family. And they thought about reaching out to me. But they knew that if they had associated with me, even a little, just to check on me, that small dose of association might have satisfied me. It could have made me think that there was no need to return to Jehovah.
But the name of this video, which is on their website, and I'm going to put the link down below so all of you can share it and prove Watchtower is lying when they say they don't shun. And shunning would be cutting somebody off and pretending they don't exist. That's true. That's true. But they do practice shunning. Otherwise, why wouldn't our JW family talk to any of us? I've tried calling. They won't answer the phone. Mike's mom even blocked us so that we can't even call her using our house phone I'm sure we could use like Google Chat or something like that, Skype or something to call her. But why would I? I don't want to talk to somebody that is so hateful, because they do cut us off and pretend we don't exist. Our moms have not talked to us for 11 years. So that is cutting somebody off and pretending they don't exist. So Hendricks, you're a liar. And the Public Information Department of Watchtower must be going into overtime, because there's so much going on and they're trying so hard to change their history and what they have said. They just can't. Now there's something else I want to cover. I want to thank Danny DeHeck for sending me the link to this. Now this is interesting because I did a search, Google search for this couple's name, and a lot of articles have come up. And I could have sworn one of the articles that I read, it said that some of their investors were fellow Jehovah's Witnesses in their congregation. And when I went back to do this video, that article had been changed, and now they all say about 60 investors with no details. And I know I've seen those articles, and I've even tried the Wayback Machine to go back, and they only go back to like the 16th and the 17th. All those May 15th articles are like gone. But I want to thank Danny DeHeck because he said that his niece sent him an email and said this couple was in her congregation in New Zealand. But serious fraud office charges have been filed against two Christchurch people for alleged $4.1 million Ponzi scheme. Yeah, they were taking advantage of friends and even family. Even someone that was like a local official, chief or something like that, was his own cousin and got defrauded out of like $2 million. I mean, this is horrible. This is horrible. But in talking to some friends that we have in New Zealand, hi guys, love you guys, they said this isn't the first time, that it's happened a lot. And we know this is very common. And so is pyramid schemes within the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's just common. It's just common. And like I said, all you have to do is put in the guy's name. It is Alex, I don't know how to pronounce that, Turo. It's Tuira. And they have been charged with over 115 charges related to fraud and this Ponzi scheme. Disgusting, disgusting. All right, now another thing, if you go to jw.org and right on the front is an article, Artificial Intelligence, a Blessing or a Curse. Most of us just call it AI. And they have this article, and I'm just going to read like the first paragraph or two. Recently, world leaders, scientists, and technologists have commented on the power of artificial intelligence, AI. While acknowledging its value, they have also expressed concern over its potential misuse. And I thought this quote was interesting because they actually, for once, named somebody they're quoting. And this was May 4th, 2023. AI is one of the most powerful technologies with the potential to improve people's lives. At the same time, AI has the potential to dramatically increase threats to safety and security, infringe civil rights and privacy, and erode public trust and faith in democracy. Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States, said that. I'm surprised they're quoting her directly because usually they're very vague with who they get this from. So anyway, the reason I bring this up is because a letter has been posted on Twitter. It is from the World Headquarters, May 11th, 2023, Branch Committee, all branches, regarding artificial intelligence, AI, frequently asked questions. Dear brothers, as you have undoubtedly heard in the news, much is being advertised regarding so-called artificial intelligence, AI, capabilities by some of the largest software companies like Google and Microsoft. As a result, we have received questions from various departments regarding the potential use of AI tools by the organization. Therefore, we have directed the WHQ Computer Department to investigate AI capabilities in some of the enterprise software used extensively by the organization, such as Microsoft 365 and Hub. Then they go on to do an overview of what AI technologies is all about. And then when you go to the bottom of the letter, current policy, please ensure that department workers at Bethel and those working remotely do not upload organizational, private, or confidential information into a public, non-enterprise AI tool or service. This includes text, documents, images, audio, video, or other data. For example, AI tools should not be used to reformat or suggest improvements to text used in organizational correspondence or emails. Also, AI tools should not be used to develop any code, functions, or processes in connection with Bethel work. Doing so would expose organizational information and raise serious security concerns. An exception to this policy would be only if a governing body committee provides specific direction on particular AI tool or service. Eventually, it will be possible to use the powerful capabilities of AI to process organizational and confidential information in a secure manner. We hope this update will assist you in understanding our initial direction regarding AI. So, they're looking into AI. And I want to mention that thank you Atlantis, we now have elders manuals in several languages. We're expecting some more to come in as these PMOs, our heroes, are getting this stuff to us. So if you need other languages, email me at kimmymbrooks@gmail.com and just put Elders Manual and let me know what language you need. And also looking through the addendum that goes with it, they have some changes. Now I noticed here on page 19 of the PDF, reporting child abuse, Illinois and Maine, and this is point number 63. In addition to the direction provided in the Shepherd Book, Chapter 14, Paragraph 7, your state requires elders, and this is just for Illinois and Maine here in the United States, your state requires elders to receive periodic mandatory reporter training. Details regarding this training are found in the announcement dated October 4, 2022, and I'm not sure if I have that one or not. I probably do. When logged into JW Hub in the Letter section of the Documents tab, each elder should ensure compliance with the law in this regard. If you have any questions about your legal obligations, please contact the legal department. So they have mandatory training for these elders in the state of Illinois and Maine. Well, we knew about the Illinois one, but I didn't know about Maine. But I do know of a lot of CSA cases that have been going on in Maine. And my son-in-law is from Maine, and he knew about some also. Now, they mentioned the Shepherd the Flock Book, Chapter 14, Paragraph 7. And I'm going to read that. To ensure that elders comply with child abuse reporting laws, 2 elders should immediately call the legal department for legal advice when the elders learn of an accusation of child abuse. A call should be made even when both persons involved are minors. The elder should not ask an alleged victim, the accused person, or anyone else to call the legal department on the elder's behalf. The elder should call the legal department even in the following situation. And it's a long list. Right at the top is even if the alleged abuse occurred many years ago. So I thought that was interesting, in going through the Shepherd Book. And there's a lot of updates that they have, mostly, the CYA, a watchtower. That's why they have to keep doing this, just to cover their backsides. So that's the news that I have had a chance to go through at this time. And once again, thank you everyone. We appreciate your help in getting this information out. And I will put the link down below. I do recommend you go watch that Jehovah Witness and Me documentary. And like I said, grab it while you can. Even if you have to use a screen recorder and to get it, because it's really good. It's really good. And I think this is a kick in Watchtower's backside. And this is good for the community, and it's good for the survivors, because if it wasn't for them, none of us would be here. At least most of us wouldn't be here. but they're the ones, they're the heroes that have spoken up. And, you know, we appreciate it very much. Very brave to be on a documentary that the whole world has the potential of seeing and talking about your story. And Watchtower, you can spin it any way you want. You can spin it any way you want, but you're liars. So you all have a wonderful week, and I've got some more videos I'm working on, and hopefully I can get them edited this week. So you all have a wonderful week. I love you. Bye.